Hello and welcome to day 2 of the ASUS Open 2012 final battle of the year. And we are gonna start with a match again for Navi. This time they're up against SLARK, or SLARK's Dagonom. As we're gonna see them on the Dire side for this match, and Navi on the Radiant side for this game. It's only one game. And something that I wasn't able to to tell you yesterday, because I didn't really know how it was going to be working out, because as you might have seen, there is actually 2 quarterfinals and 2 semifinals, and like when I saw that, like, wait, 2 quarterfinals, how does that work? Because, you know, quarterfinals, a quarter, that's 1 divided to 4, then they have quarters, so there's 4 quarterfinals normally. No, we're only going to have 2 quarterfinals. That is because there's of course 2 group stages, 2 groups right now. The teams that end on the top of their group go directly into the semi-finals. The number 2 and number 3 will be facing the other number 3, number 2 in the quarterfinals. So the number 2 goes up against the number 3 of the other group, and vice versa. And that's why we can have only 2 quarterfinals. It's all going to start tomorrow at 2 CET time, so make sure you tune in tomorrow too. But for now, we're going to see the group stages. We're going to see 5 matches today. There are in total 15 games today. Because, well, that's all the games that we have left in the group stages. Although I have to say there's already been 1 def win today, because ILS, the team that we saw using in a very quick fashion to Navi yesterday, has not shown up this morning. So Virtus.pro actually got themselves a free win for the first game of the day. But let's not talk about other games, because we have ourselves a game right here. We have ourselves Navi versus SLARK, without a Bad Rider, nor Darkseer, nor a Jig Hero or a Bounty Hunter, because those are all banned out, and that leaves the first pick for Navi to be the Magnus. Now I have to say, I like seeing the Dandy Magnus. I've seen him last week Friday, so exactly a week ago. It was pretty interesting to watch, as well, I mean, the rest of his team was kind of losing the game, but every time, I mean, they kind of lost their team fight, and then Dandy came in and still managed to clear out everybody. So that was kind of entertaining to see. Maybe we're gonna see something along the likes of that as well, even though right now we also see an Undying and a Templar Assassin being picked up by SLARK. Navi, though, they are playing their own game right now. They are playing their own game, and it is gonna be Wisp Tiny. It's been a while since we've seen Wisp Tiny. We've mostly seen Wisp Chaos Knight lately. But no, Wisp Tiny is gonna be the case. So I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to this game right now, as we have a Disruptor instantly picked up by SLARK. No real surprise there, because of course Disruptor is a counter against the Wisp. But I mean, SLARK must be kinda nervous right now, or at least kinda need to think about a good counter plan, because you already have got great teamfight potential, you've got great ganking potential, and I mean, Templar Assassin is still there also with the ganking potential, but if you combine her against the Wisp and a Tiny, well, she's not gonna win that one. Same thing goes for Undying. I mean, he's great for pushes, also great for team fights, of course. If you just place a tombstone, fighting inside the tombstone range for the opponent team is a very annoying, but it doesn't weigh up against Navi's picks right now, and that's also normally why we see the Wisp being banned out, just like the Magnus. But yeah, we'll find out what they're going to be planning against that. As we see from Navi, they banned out the Shadow Demon. Don't want to be having illusions created up on the Tiny, and of course Shadow Demon is very good against a Tiny Wisp combination, because it is still the anti-gank. You can just disrupt the target that's getting tossed, comboed, and you can, if you disrupt it in time, he won't die from that combination. And in theory, of course, Tiny not being that high of a mana hero, so he couldn't throw out his combination all that often. But that is also why probably SLARK should consider banning out a Keeper of the Light, because Tiny Keeper of the Light is going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous for sure. Depending on if Navi, of course, wants to do that. I mean, all the jungle heroes are still in the game. We have the Chen, Enchantress, Enigma, everything's still there.
10 seconds remaining.
So a lot of potential there, as we also still have no offlaner for Light of Heaven. And I say that because I'm kind of assuming that it's going to be the Magnus that will be on the mid lane. But in theory, of course, Magnus could also be going on the offlane. It will just depend on how Navi is planning on running things. So we have the Gyrocopter getting banned out there. No aggressive tri-lane possible with that Undying Gyrocopter combination. If you combine that with the Disruptor, that would of course be very annoying, but no, they're just stopping that one right there. We have got a Luna ban out still, as well as a Rurik ban out. And now Na'Vi is going to be banning out their last hero, and it's going to be the Bane. Again, heroes for tri-lanes, hero for BKB targets. Tiny with versus a versus the Bane is, of course, I mean, the Fiend script is just too annoying to deal with, and they don't want to have to deal with that, so they don't have to, because they can just ban it out. King, at this moment I am not having any internet issues, I am not dropping any frames, so if you do have issues, then try out different servers or different qualities. Not just going down with qualities, but going up sometimes helps as well, because it just depends on how crowded the server is that you are watching on right now, from the location where you're watching from, so it might differ also from the people within the stream. And if it then still doesn't work, send a report. Might work, might help. But it's at this time, it is not on my issue. And also, indeed, you can try to have a pop out of the video. That might help. Just refreshing the entire stream. Hiding the chat due to the lot of people, of course, being in the chat. A lot of things that you can do to try and fix that. But for now, no frames dropped. I know that I had some internet issues on Tuesday, but those should all be fixed, so don't worry about that. And if they're not, well, I'm probably the first one to say that I'm the one that's the issue. But yeah, we're waiting for SLARK's last ban, and they've taken their time ticking into the bonus time for this one. As you might have noticed that there has been a bit less bonus time for Na'Vi. I believe they got a bit of a bonus time penalty since they were the later team in this matchup. We've got the SLARK picked up by Na'Vi still as their secondary support, and it's gonna be the Sven that will be picked up by SLARK. So that's gonna be their hero that they're gonna be banking it all on. If he gets his farm up, he will be able to just, well, might not be able to kill everything in one hit, because Tiny and Magnus, in theory, are very tanky heroes. But we've seen it before. Everything is possible if you have a Sven in your lineup. The only thing that you need to have is a bit of farm. BKB, Mask of Manus, Crystallis, you're set. Everything else is just a luxury item, I believe. Na'Vi thinking about their last pickup, like we already know, they either need an offlane, which I think they need, and otherwise if they're going to have the Magnus on the offlane, they need a mid lane. But for example, Windrunner is still in the pool, Beastmaster is still in the pool. If you want to have something against the Sven with the Roar, that would of course be a nice one to have. But Puck is also still in the pool, and Brewmaster is in the pool. This is interesting though, because we have seen Na'Vi using the Brewmaster as a semi-support. So I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to be laning this, because then it would be maybe Leshrac mid, perhaps, or Brewmaster mid. I mean, we've also seen that one. But we've mostly seen Puppy playing the Brewmaster, which means that he's not going to be mid. I see someone in the chat saying Wisp, then it might actually be possible, because they have done that before, and there is still the Windrunner. So that is going to be the long lane, off lane for SLARK, as we see. Actually, it's a bit different than what we were expecting. It's gonna be Dendy Magnus, as I said at the start. It's gonna be Puppy on the Wisp, and it's gonna be Light of Heaven on the Brewmaster. So we might have a Brewmaster offlane here, as maybe they're expecting an aggressive tri-lane here. I don't think so though. They want to have some solid farm up on that Sven, so an aggressive tri-lane would not be the ideal thing to have here. As I'm just switching overlays. By the way, did you like the purple new sidebars? I mean, for now it's just purple, but of course I'm aiming to have stuff on it actually at some point. As in useful stuff that you want to know, like maybe stuff about the teams and stuff. So, you know, purple, nice, dark purple, it's good. New overlays, always fun. So let's see who's playing what. Because for me, SLARK is a team that I haven't really seen just yet. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to be doing this, as they smoked up straight away. We've got a pause. Okay, this is number 1. Wow, this is number 1. For the people that weren't here yesterday, by the way. There have been so many pauses yesterday, which is why you might see people in the chat going a bit crazy about pauses. Might see myself being a bit awkward in regards to pauses. Oh, but that pause was really short. We got ourselves Isamo playing the Templar Assassin. It will be 69 playing the Sven. Hassan will be playing the Windrunner. Alessia will be playing the Disruptor. Am I saying that properly? Yeah, I'm gonna be saying Alessia. We're gonna see. Oh, I like this. Zombini is gonna be playing the Undying. Zombini playing the zombie. Oh, there's a follow. There's a stun. Tombstone up also. Tether. Disruption is there though. Poppy in a lot of trouble. And he is going to try to get himself away. Not able to do so though. 69 picking up the first blood. Dandy now on the run. Gonna have a skewer away still if he needs to. The Shrek stun hits on 2 helping out. There is no clap anymore. And it looks like Na'Vi wants to turn this around. Disruption is still there to make sure that Na'Vi cannot chase this. Arsart gonna try to land a stun but not gonna be able to get in range anymore. And that should be the end of that one. First blood very quickly taken care of by SLARK. I like this team already.
Battle begins.
Aggression is what we like to see. And talking about aggression, I said I was not expecting an aggressive tri lane because, I mean, they want to have some solid farm up on their Sven, but we are going to see an aggressive tri lane. It will be Zombini as well as Lesha and 69 that will be on the bottom lane. It will be tri-lane versus tri-lane. They're up against a very dangerous combination though, and we have got ourselves a bit of a different lane distribution than we were expecting. It will be Puppy playing the Wisp, Dandy on the Magnus, but Dandy at the same time on the bottom lane. It will be Arsart on the Leshrac, of course, that is also his signature hero. He is going to be doing his normal role, but Dandy on the bottom lane. That means that I have to actually start to get away from this middle lane for a bottom lane for a second. There we go. It's going to be a Vorst in the middle lane up against a Templar Assassin on his Tiny. And we're going to have on the top lane Light of Heaven on the Brewmaster up against the Windrunner short lane. But we're going to see most of our stuff on this bottom lane. Skewer into the tower. Zombini, can he do something? Tombstone at least is up, trying to get himself away. Nice fence stun. Looks like he should be able to get away safely there. Eats a tango on his way out. And that's going to be the end of that one. And that is just a show of what we can expect to see here. Aggression upon aggression. Skewers towards tower. There is a kinetic field to make sure that people are not killing off the heroes on the side of SLARK. As of course Undying is doing his name justice. Now also level 2 has a decay to harass a bit more with Sven stun to be able to help out. But no kill going the way of Na'Vi just yet though. The intention was definitely there. And this is gonna be a fun lane to be watching, as we have, of course, Puppy will be able to tether and get a stun up, as we saw. I mean, the start of stun was on the Undying. Zombini getting stunned up, getting a tether stun to follow up with, getting a skewer towards the tower. There's another stun, there's another skewer towards the tower. It's the same thing again, and a tether stun is as well. This time, however, is he going to be going down? The tower helping out way more, and it is indeed Puppy that gets himself the kill. He did the same thing twice in a row, and the second time it worked out. Of course, it would have been 3 times as his charm, but I'm ashamed that I don't have. I didn't really have any chance to say that in a good way. Oh well. Oh well, it's still a kill going the way of Na'Vi, so it's 1 versus 1 right now on kill score, as we have got a Vorst in the meantime. 11 last hits for 6, with the Templar assessment 8 for 3. So Vorst winning a bit of this mid lane for now, as well, to be fair, I mean, neither of these should be dying in theory until Tiny has got his combination up. I'm going to be jumping back towards this though. Oh, unless... No. Just harassment on both sides. Toss is there. This might actually be a kill. No refraction. But the salve is there. And that's going to be no kill going the way of a Vorst. And he actually has to back off because his bottle is in the courier. Nice. And he has to run away to the high ground again. And he is going to do that. As we have got... Oh, hello. We've got some more HP for our Vorst. It's going to be able to pick up a regen rune. Wow, lucky him indeed. And that will also allow the courier to fly up top first with the bottle of a Vorst. But he doesn't need it right now, so that's just a bit of a luxury in a way. So that Light of Heaven can already get his stuff without having to wait for the bottle to go mid first. But yeah, Puppy helped him there a bit with a bit of extra movement speed, so his going away from the lane didn't last as long. As we look at last hits, I mean, Isamo has been taking a bit of leisure there with the free time that he got. He is now actually ahead of a Force on last hits, but it's still very even, so nothing else to be said from this. As we're gonna see again, I'm sorry, we're not gonna see that much of the middle and the top lane, because this bottom lane is the one where we should be seeing the action. I mean, if you're running an aggressive trial lane, you have to be making it work. You have to be either getting free farm up on the carry that you have there, or shutting your opponent down, or getting kills, and right now they're not getting any of those, so we might see them being a lot more aggressive soon, because without that aggression, without that farm for their Sven, they're not going to get anything. And talking about farm on the Sven, it's actually the Undying that's got most of the last hit. Sven not really getting anything apart from that kill, as we have got Cloudy. Arsart gonna land a stun, only into the Tombstone. It actually goes down. He still goes down as well though, and there is a skewer, and it's gonna be having a Tether stun as well, as they're now chasing down on Dandy. Decay still goes through. Actually does a lot of damage up on Dandy, but that's gonna be it. And the kill goes towards SLARK again. This time it was Alicia that picks up the kill. In the meantime, Tiny finally managed to get the kill on Isamo's Templar Assassin. Avalanche Toss combination was there. Full bottle charges were used. And that was a kill going towards the middle lane as we have a kinetic field up. Shrexton still hit, so are they gonna chase this? It looks like they might be. Denny looking for a shockwave, misses it actually. Lightning still going through, but that is it, and that's gonna be forcing Alicia to actually either go all the way back or eat all his tangos, and he'll decide on the first one. So he'll go all the way back to heal up and get some more mana and health, so that he can at least be fresh and stuff when the next aggression comes from Navi. I mean, so far 2 versus 2. This bottom lane is, I mean, it's fairly even, slightly maybe in favor of SLARK for kills, but it's definitely in favor of last hits for Dendy. I mean, he's got 25 last hits. He's highest up on the last hit list. Every hero here on the bottom lane for SLARK is not really getting that much. Still 8 only on the Undying, and Dendy's actually able to keep up with the mid Tiny, who is having now a Wisp helping out to get some extra levels with of course working all the way back to just get everything back up again. And now they might actually go for this. Avalanche Toss could be there, but we instantly see Isamo being very careful and just going back towards the high ground. Puppy's still hanging around here, so we might have some aggression going off here shortly, as we're taking a quick look to the top lane right now, because it's actually Windrunner that is highest on last hits in total. She's 31 for 10, with Light of Heaven being 29 for 6, so it's very even still. But it's a fairly even lane. In theory, of course, nobody should be able to kill each other off until the Primal Split is getting used there. We might have a dive going off here, but the Tether is there to help out. Now it's going to be a toss. Tether stun, they're trying to. They can't get it though, they need some extra range, but it's not going to be there anymore. Trap still goes off on Puppy just to slow him down, and it will be a force that will get another regen rune, because he can just get all the regen runes in the game apparently. Shockwave going through, kinetic field as well, trying to lock in Dandy. Stun still hits. They're going to go for him. Shrek stun though, hits on 2. Lightning going through as well, doing a lot of damage. Cooler gonna help out, and that should be a kill for Navi. Denny gonna land a reverse polarity. 1 death, 2 deaths, and that is 3 in total upon this bottom lane. Tri-lane versus dual lane. They don't need Puppy here at all. They just killed off the entire tri-lane, and then half the lane still pushed out. And they can definitely push this tower slightly, and that is a Magnus that is level 6, and that is the difference that you have with an aggressive tri-lane. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna feed your enemy team levels, and apparently also last hits in the case of Dandy, and kills with that. As we still have a kill going the way of SLARK. It was actually a Vorce that went down in this middle lane, with the Templar Assassin picking up the kill. And Puppy not able to help out his teammate. No mana, I guess, because if we look at his mana pool, it's not that impressive. He is still here to try to get some extra experience, of course, because, I mean, his strength comes when he gets level 6. And therefore, he needs to get some experience. So every time that a Vorce is away from the lane, Puppy will be there to just pick up the experience to make sure that nothing is wasted. As we have got SLARK back on the bottom lane to well, to try and make the aggressive tri-lane work again. I mean, right now they're only up against Arsart, who's actually walking away. Dandy also walking all the way back. I mean, he's out of regens, and he might as well just walk all the way back. He can TP back again shortly. He's not missing that much because he can't farm too close towards the enemy tower, not when all 3 are back on full HP and mana again. So this is just worth it. Otherwise he would be standing around his tower anyway. In the meantime, I mean, the farm for SLARK is just not there yet because of this aggressive tri-lane. Their aggressive tri-lane is just not working out, so we see 2k gold in favor of Na'Vi, and more importantly is this graph, experience graph, also in favor of Na'Vi, and that is because these supports are not really getting anything. We have a level 3 Sven, a level 3 Disruptor, and a level 4 Zombie. Well, on the other side, if we count this as a tri-lane, a level 6 Leshrac, still Puppy level 4, which is the lowest one there, but Danny level 7, and that is a massive difference. And we now also have an invisible Tiny there, but they did see that room being picked up. They have got that ward here as oh, I do see the duration. The duration bar got on a different place. But anyway, they saw it, so they are being very careful, and they will not come out again until after they see a Vorce again. Lightning going through. Danny thinking about going in. He has got the reverse polarity up again. If he sees a positioning where he can get all 3, like he could have now. No, that's only 1, but that one still goes down. Stun still hits. And it's still 2 that go down. Now Alicia have to get away, but the Lightning still gets it. Triple kill for this guy right here. TA comes in, wants to get revenge, but Arsart gets a second stun up on there. Will probably still go down. There he goes. Zombini actually getting the kill. Dominating streak from Arsart finally stopped. Triple kill for him though. Reverse polarity. Sheever then he tried to get them all 3 in, but had only one. Still didn't matter with all the stuns coming off. With the tether going through as well. It didn't make any difference as we have now everybody of SLARK moving towards the middle lane. Gonna try to stop Denny here. They know the reverse polarity is off cooldown. So this is their chance. They know that there's also mana up on a 4-star, but he's taking a lot of damage still. Here it goes. Hansen just attacking him from the low ground, getting him down. Now getting screwed up onto the high ground. Actually in enemy territory, he has to be careful. Kinetic field trying to help him out. The K going through. There's a stun from the Sven. And that should be Denny going down. 6 charges used though. And he still gets a kill on Windrunner with his shockwave. Goes down afterwards to Zombini. Now Cloudy again with that stun. Glim's back though, back to enemy lines with you, and that is him going down for the 2nd time. 3-for-1 in the middle lane, and SLARK just making sure that they are getting kills in return, even if they've just been killed off. They're not letting themselves get shot down that hard, and they are letting Puppy just farm a bit. He is level 6 right now, so he will be able to be that you know, that dangerous force with the tiny level 8. This is exactly the level where you want to be at, or at least in theory. Because he did already pick up a skill and grow. Normally you want to have a toss at least a level 4 also when you are indeed going for those TPs. But it doesn't matter that much anymore because of course since the massive patch a while ago the range is all the same regardless. But we're gonna see. Maybe he wants to go somewhere with Denny since his reverse polarity is off cooldown again in 4 seconds. As we have a TP towards the top lane. Zombini want to try to defend his tower. It's going to be too late for that. We haven't seen Line of Heaven just yet. He still has his ultimate, but he's just been farming happily. I mean, he's going for his Blink Dagger. As soon as he has that complete, we might see something. Oh, with tethering in, helping out the Vorst here. It's going to be a TA that has to be careful here. Skewer hits it, and there is a shockwave as well. Toss as well, and that is a kill. A Vorst picking it up indeed. As, well... Puppy will just leave and leave Dandy alone in the mid lane. Well, I say alone, but of course the Force is still there, but he has to go back to base. But someone has to take care of the creeps in the mid lane, as we have in the meantime Light of Heaven. Getting Light of Heaven, as someone would say, Shackle 2-3. Power shot to finish it up. It was Sun that picked up the kill, 2 versus 1, and that's actually the first time that we see the Brewmaster actually go down and being involved in a fight regardless. So that is we're gonna be well, SLARK, I mean 10-8, it is still, in that sense, the kills are not that big of a difference. It's the experience right now and the gold that make a difference. Just the last hits that they get in between the kills. Oh, Warcry is up, they want to go for this TP from Zombini. Stun latches. There's, oh! He almost dodged that stun. Almost. Kinetic field doesn't latch him in again. Gloom's back into the kinetic field that's gone though. Thunderstorm up on there as well. The K will go through as well soon. Oh, no man actually on Zombini. It should still go down though. Tether again, but the drop is still there. At the same time, on a different lane, Windrunner goes down. Here actually comes Light of Heaven, decided to mingle and fight. A stun hit. And this should be Zombini going down as well, as Sven already dropped. And that will be Brewmaster helping out. Stun hits again, up on TA this time. The Shrek stuns follow up. And this should be almost a team wipe, because the only one that disappeared from that one was Alicia, who was able to just get away from that, just walking forward on his Raptor, did everything he could to help his team, and then backed out, and that actually saved him life. But 4 heroes going down on the side of SLARK, with Na'Vi not having any casualties for themselves, apart from Puppy actually, who went down, of course. Still, they managed to get revenge. So the gold graph spiking upwards, going towards the 7k. Experience graph, same thing, towards the 7.5k. And that is a bigger difference that we see right now. As we see Danny is looking for something again. Shackle interrupt anything he tried to do though. Didn't latch. Didn't latch, as the tower will be taken down here with the Edict level 1 helping out. Lashrak actually getting the last hit on the tower with that as well. And that's a score. Got 3 in it. A shame there's no reverse polarity this time. Lashrak's on going through, doesn't hit anything, as we have Hassan taking a lot of damage from a Force here. One more hit needed, but he doesn't get it. In the meantime, it is the Undying that is still able to pick up the kill upon the Magnus. We see a Force still in some trouble. He has still got mana to do something, but I'm not sure if he can. No, he cannot. Goes down as well. 2 for 2 right now, as Arsar is trying to get away. The stun didn't hit. The slow didn't hit. The Shrek stun does hit again, of course. No more mana left on the Sven. Not able to land the stun anymore. They're still chasing this though. Gonna go chase the tower as well. Collapse hits. Melt damage going through. There's the refraction. It's on cooldown. The Shrek stun. And this is a dive that he should not have done, and he pays for it with his life. And Sven backing out again. No more mana, no more stun, no more action for him. Even though Arsart, he sees a tasty bite. There's no tower, so he can chase it. Has to be careful though, because here comes the disruptor. There's the thunder strike. Glimpse is actually too early, so it actually just glimpsed him at the same location rather than anything else. And now they TP home, deciding, okay, you know what, let's not risk staying around here, as we have got Hassan able to get away from that one. We have got blink daggers all around, picked up by Na'Vi at the same time, one for Light of Heaven on his Brewmaster, and for Arsart on his Leshrac. So they just are very, well, they both TP'd out with the two of them, and then the blink dagger with the two of them. It's cute. Shockwave going through in the mid lane just to harass some, as we have got Dandy running away from the Windrunner. Maybe expecting more people to show up, and that's indeed the case. There is a Zombini, there will be a Tombstone soon if he is not careful. The cave first, towers of course still there as well. Here's the blink in and the clap. He doesn't have an ulti for another 23 seconds, so Poppy helping out. It will be Windrunner that will be the first one to drop to Arsart. Skewer to the high ground, and that is a meld and able to stay alive for now. One more hit and he indeed goes down. Double kill for Arsart. Shockwave going through. Zombini has to get away from this one, but won't be able to do that, as it's him that drops. 4 heroes going down in the middle lane, and that will be Na'Vi again winning a fight. Maybe this time they can get a tier 2 tower in return for that one, as there's no tier 2 towers down in this game just yet. And that is the big difference that we've seen also from these two teams. If Na'Vi gets nice. If Na'Vi gets kills, they get towers in return. We see all tier 1 towers down right now on the side of SLARK. But when SLARK got kills, they actually did not get any towers in return for it. All tier 1 towers still standing on the side of Na'Vi. So that's making the goal difference also a bit bigger. Now that the tier 2 tower drops, Na'Vi just walking up the high ground. They don't have a reverse polarity, but as long as they're not getting any real resistance from SLARK, they can just do this. And here comes the real resistance, of course. They don't want to be taking this fight just yet. Power shot going through. Maybe if SLARK overextends, then perhaps they can. 15 seconds. Oh, scored to the low ground. Zombini already going down. Glimpse being too late. Or at least, well, it wasn't too late. It was instantly. Oh, Sven, you're dead. As well. But the glimpse was not too late, of course. It's just the time that it takes to cast it. It just takes a bit too long. Because the kill was just too fast. The scooter was too fast. And that's 2 heroes already down on the side of SLARK with Na'Vi. I mean, their HP, it doesn't suffer under it. Their mana is still there as well. And they're just looking good to go for this tier 3 tower. As I haven't really looked at the items just yet, because there has been a lot of action in this game, actually. But we have also got a blink dagger from Magnus, so there's 2 blinking heroes, 3 blinking heroes I should say, with the mechanism being built up by Poppy, and ooh, reverse polarity hits on 2. Here comes Cloudy as well, helping out. That's a stun, that's 2 dead. 2 different ones than before though, as Light of Heaven uses ulti, wants to go for Islam, should be able to get him as well. The fraction is already ticked off. There's already Leshrac still going down though, Undying on the side, picking off Dandy, who wants to go for a force. Toss back with you, do not chase. He says, as the Light of Heaven is going to be turning back to his normal self soon. Lands a clap, wants to go for Zombini still, needs a bit of a crit. There is a Golem form, one more hit. The K helps out, stun from Sven, Light of Heaven on the way out. Courier flying through because he doesn't care. The K again going through. Here comes Dandy again though, Lightning going through, and Dandy getting a double kill with picking up the Undying. Glimpse back on him. Doesn't want to be going down, this Alicia. Avalanche hits on Hassan, coming from the side. Lightning, so much burst damage going through. Nice shackle, but there's still Light of Heaven with the clap, picking up the kill. 4 heroes dead again on SLARK, with of course the 2 heroes buying back for the ones that died for Na'Vi and getting back here very fast. That's of course also the result of still having a tier 1 tower up there, and there's the barracks going down. And that's gonna be maybe them trying to go for a bit more. Even though they can't actually. They have still all the tier 2 towers up on the other lane, so only thing they can do is go for the building. Nice one, Poppy. Oh, he actually gives up. Well, it was a good 283 HP left. Good job. Really useful. About this, the mobility from Na'Vi's team, it's just insane. The only one without a blink dagger is the Wisp and a Tiny, which is actually quite surprising, because normally we do see Tiny with that blink dagger, but he's going for an Aghanims right now. Wisp without a blink dagger, well, that's not really too surprising. And the mechanism is almost actually complete. Dandy looking for a blink, finds it, Skewer to the high ground, finds some other heroes. It is yeah, Zombini that goes down though, with the Leshrac pick up the kill. How much kills does he have? 9 kills going the way of Arsart, and he's actually the one with most kills in the game right now. Interesting to note. Wisp TPing here. Where did he go? I don't know. Shackle. That's where he went. Hello. Reverse polarity still hits on 2. Light of Heaven. He doesn't have an ulti anymore. Doesn't matter. He still wants to be in this fight. Stands inside the kinetic field. Has to go away from there. Static Storm, I mean, actually, as Dandy. Gonna have a skewer again away. Gonna take the Disruptor with him and get him as well as a kill, as we do also see the TA going down. That is 5 heroes dead again on SLARK. With a bit of a messy fight. It's just fights going off all around. Pickups all around. SLARK, you can tell that they are in no position to fight back. Their levels are too low to fight. I mean, look at this. This is just their aggressive trial lane not working out in terms of experience and gold. I mean, it might just work out, it made a bit of difference with kills, but that's not enough as Zombini gets picked off again. And we are gonna have the tier, well, the tier 3 towers already dead. We're gonna have the barracks going down as well. We have the experience graph just quickly, 25k, gold graph, same story there. Nice Shackle again. Power shot will not be there because the Avalanche and Tosh just picked up 2 in the score of Denny. He doesn't hit anything because everybody was already dead. Zombini back in here again. Wants to do something. He's not going to be able to do something because he is dead. And again, it is going to be the only one left alive, the TA, who might not be alive for that much longer. Well, that actually helps. But the GG is cold, and it is Navi that takes another win in this game. Quick reminder. This is, of course, the group stages still for the ASUS Open 2012. This is the last day for the group stages. Tomorrow we're going to have 2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals. The reason we have 2 quarterfinals is that the winner of each group, there's 2 groups, will already go to the semifinals directly through. They don't need to go through quarterfinals, with the number 2 facing the number 3 of the other group and vice versa. So that will be the 2 quarterfinals that we're going to see tomorrow at 2 CET time. But for the rest of the day, this was only game number 1. We're going to see 5 games today. So make sure you tune in for, or stick around, I would say, because you're already tuned in, of course. Stick around for the rest of the day. We're going to have another game with Navi right after this one. Versus Don't Waste Time, I believe it is. So Navi versus Don't Waste Time will be coming up next. Stick around for that one. Also cast on me. Oh yeah, if you want to support me, subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going for 5k subscriptions now. I already got a lot closer than I was yesterday. So if you already subscribed yesterday, then thank you already. I'm very happy with that. But I still need some more. So please subscribe to my YouTube. Stick around. Another Navi game coming right up. Don't go anywhere.